First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Carr going to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun is Minshew. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching them try to take away that area of the field.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do. But he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Carr now to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle to Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now Carr. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing his Carr on third down. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now, Carr again. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Minshew sets to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Minshew. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, it's Taylor. A 4-yard pickup. That gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Kamara up the middle. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. On 1st down, Carr. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. A 10th carry for Kamara. Oh, able to avoid him. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 38-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Six yards left on 2nd down. Now Carr. There's Chris Olave. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Minshew, 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Minshew. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 43 yards. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
This is your game, baby. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. It's showtime, baby. Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here. All right, go get him now. Play a little aggressive, baby. This is the calm before the storm, baby. Come on now. It's game time. Playmaker, step up right now.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Carr now on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it second down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. But the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll take this to the 46. Second and 7. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
From the gun, it's Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw again on second down. Carr, and this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Carr. Goes right back to Smith again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second and 1, Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara from 10 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Minshew sets to throw. Flushed out right. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They give to Taylor out of the gun. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. Takes it to about the 37.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Here's Minshew. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a give to Taylor. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun is Minshew. He'll get this one to Pittman. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Minshew. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Gay's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Brandon Face in there on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A give. This is Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Throwing his car on third down. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Carr's throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On first down, Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Carr. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Throwing his Carr. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Colts now down 21-20, 1:07 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Now Minshew. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Minshew. Finding Pittman. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Minshew. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.